What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, welcoming you to the next video on the channel. Today, this video is sponsored by Knights of Pen and Paper 2 by Paradox, and this is quite honestly a breath of fresh air. I'm so excited to bring this game to you guys. It is available on both iOS and Android devices. You can go in the description right now down below, click the link, and download this game for free. It's seriously, I cannot describe it any better way than a breath of fresh air, despite the fact it's very retro, it feels very familiar. It's such a breath of fresh air, especially as a mobile game, because this brings me back to the days of early mobile gaming when you could just sit down and play a game and grind it out and just enjoy yourself without getting hyperly wallet invested, since this is a free game. So we're gonna go over a bit of the game today. I'm gonna go ahead and click play. This is such a quirky, good game. It's an RPG. It's a critically acclaimed turn-based retro style pixel art adventure, which you guys know, I love pixel-based games. That's like my favorite graphic styles, like the old school pixels. I don't know why, it just speaks to me, I guess, because I'm kind of old. I'm kind of an oldie now, but it is what it is. We're gonna jump into my current town. I'm 158 days deep on this file, so we should jump into my current file. And you guys can see I have 3 characters here. I'm gonna look up here because I can do that. I can look up here. I have 3 characters here sitting at my table, and these are my adventurers. We have Jock, Human, Paladin, and we'll go over what all that means in a bit when I jump into a new file for you guys. We have Hipster, Human, and Mage, and then we have the Rich Kid, Dwarf, and Hunter. This game is so cool. It's seriously so cool. We're currently in the big town, which is a little ways into the game, not crazy far. You guys can see my characters are all level 9, 8, and 9. Like I said, this is an RPG. So you're just gonna have some familiar aspects like leveling up, learning new moves. If we click here on my Hipster Human Mage, who is my favorite character to use, he's got all different either passive abilities or active spells he can use. So you have Early Adopter. You can shop items become available earlier. Ambition, begin the game with 1 skill point. You guys will make more sense of that in a bit. Arcane Flow, spell damage plus 1%, restore 20 energy each turn. Energy is how you cast spells. He's got Frostbite, Fireball, which I've invested very heavily in, is currently at 7. And then we have Chain Lightning, which is a cool move as well. So this is what the character screen basically looks like. And essentially what you're doing in Knights of Pen and Paper is you have your DM, that's this gentleman right here sitting in front of me holding a book. And he's actually walking us through a game, almost like a tabletop adventure, but inside your phone. And it's so much fun. There's such good humor in the game. I'll show you guys some battle mechanics really quick. Oh, no. Level 9, actually, you know what? Okay, this is a really hard monster to beat. I'm level 9 now, so we should be able to do it. And our quest right now is actually to slay 3 of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and battle. And of course, my Hipster challenge accepted. He's good to go. And all my characters have these different moves. We're gonna go ahead and use Prepared Arrow, deal 120 damage. And a secondary effect, we got Burn. Nice. That's great. Let's go ahead and do a basic attack, because this is my Paladin. And I'll kind of talk about more of my favorite, these are my favorite classes to use right now. Obviously, it's on my main file. I've done a few testing. Whoa! He just called out a bandit. Okay, I've never seen that before. What are we gonna do now? I'm gonna try to take care of that backdoor bandit right there before things get too dicey. We're gonna poison him with our Prepared Arrow. Okay, he's going down pretty quick, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and focus down. And then, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fireball one more time. So, turn-based RPG, you select your moves. You can see my blue bar is my energy. That's how I use my spells. Gets lower. Red bar is your HP as you get attacked. Is gonna do some damage. There is definitely a layer of depth to this game, so we're not gonna be able to cover every single thing, but that's part of my quest. If I were to go ahead and try to do another one, you'll see quest 1 of 3 have been slain. Right here, since we're in a town, we can actually take a rest, which I highly advise you take advantage of whenever you're in a town, because you get a free rest. Now, if we go ahead and go to the map, you're gonna see that we can travel to different places, and I'm gonna be showcasing some of those things. Before we do that, since we're in the big town, I wanna show you guys the crafting area in the game. And this is really cool because you can see we have a blacksmith on the left and some sort of apothecary on the right. Can go ahead and make some potions and whatnot. You'll have recipes here for things you can create. I unfortunately sold 2 of my geodes like a fool. I should not have sold them. I could have made something. It was before I got to the big town. But you can see there's all different things you can make when you click on those. The end result of your crafting, you'll see what they can actually do. These are our recipes, actually. And then if we go to crafting, we can combine some things and see what happens. I feel like this is going to be interesting because this is a ball of goo is a crafting ingredient. Let's do double ball of goo and a drink. It's going to cost me 300 gold, but I'm going to do it. What do we make? Hocus pocus, nothing happened. So learn from my mistake. Do not do that. The best thing to do is collect items and follow the recipes for sure. I'm sure there's some crazy things you can come up with in craft, but right now we are not going to do that. But that's the crafting system. It's really cool. You can collect items throughout your adventure. Let's go to the map really quick. And you can see there's different areas in the game, Nameless Bridge, Meadows. I've worked my way through a lot of these areas, and there's different things you can do at each one. You're mainly following a quest line, leveling up your characters. It's a lot of fun. What I do want to feature really quick is a nearby cave. So you can see, as I just traveled, I had to roll a dice. If I roll too low, I'm gonna get attacked. But we're on a roll right now. Oh baby, we're good. We made it to the nearby cave. Now what's cool about the nearby cave is it's actually a dungeon, and Knights of Pen and Paper 2 has this really cool dynamic dungeon that it kind of refreshes every time you exit. Like, it'll be a new dungeon. And you can see the DM here, he ends up talking to you as you're walking through the dungeon. The walls of this room are covered with moldy, torn tapestries. Some of the tapestries bulge out weirdly. Suddenly, monsters hiding behind tapestries attack. So he's literally walking us through a tabletop game. He is the dungeon master, and it's great. It's awesome, it's awesome. Let's go ahead and use Hail of Arrows to do some serious damage to these folks. Then Fireball is gonna be able to knock out that bandit in the back, because I'm telling you guys, my hipster mage is my favorite class, 100%. You could ask me any day of the week, that's gonna be my answer. I do really enjoy my paladin now, because the paladin's really cool. If he loses all of his HP, he starts taking damage on his health bar instead, and that's amazing, because every time he gets hit when he goes down to 1 HP, I should say, he'll actually hit them back when he takes damage. It's really nice. It's one of his abilities. I can actually show you guys really quick. Oh, I skipped his text. No. At the center of this room is a deep pit covered with thick iron bars. In the pit, you find a confused person held captive. The captive thanks you for his rescue. Hey, we got 100 experience bonus. Nice. So going into dungeons is a great way to explore and gain some experience. As you can see though, you can't rest when you're inside a dungeon. So you're gonna wanna stock up on items if you're going into a dungeon that's a higher level than you, or you're gonna wanna grind up and get your party pretty beefy. This room is filled with rusty metal. Large blades project down from the ceiling and upwards from the floor. Apparently this trap triggered once and was never reset. What is this? What is this mine? Like, someone just left their pickaxe here. Bro, I wanna take it. Okay, so we gotta go back to that room. Let's go check out this room now. Let's see. A gust of chilly air welcomes you to this empty room. The floor is slippery from frost. Suddenly a swirling portal appears in the center of the room and a group of monsters jump out of it. So it's really cool. There's as you're going through quests, there's some really funny dialogue. They have some great references to like pop culture and things that are very current. It's really cool. Let your memes be memes and dream on. That's what I never say ever. Okay, here we go. We got Fireball. Gonna go ahead and take out these guys. And as you can see, when that bat had a status, which was burn, he had to roll. If he rolled too low, he got burned. Carefully, you move further into the room. The room seems to be a combat training room. You notice fighting circles drawn on the floor and wooden fighting dummies. You find something valuable hidden under the debris. So we got glasses, -1 threat. Okay, threat means that the enemies are less likely, if you have lower threat, they're less likely to attack that character in your party and more likely to if they have a higher threat. This place is being redecorated. A group of monsters are bashing and breaking containers of various sorts here, trying to find anything valuable. Suddenly they notice you and attack. So in a dungeon, you're gonna have to fight a lot of monsters. So like I said, you're gonna wanna be prepared to take on a bunch of fights. So you're gonna wanna either level up really high, or you're gonna wanna go ahead and buy a bunch of potions and stock up on some goodies in order to really make it through. I've failed my fair share of dungeons 100%, but it doesn't stop me from reviving my guys, going back in and trying to find some goodies. There we go, easy. Experience, we got some more blue dye. Ooh, Paladin's gonna level up, awesome. So let's go ahead and see what move are we gonna increase. I think I'm gonna go with armor. So this is the passive move I was talking about. When you're at 1 health, energy works as additional health, and enemies take 195 damage when attacking you. So I like to keep increasing that. He has lay on hands as well, which is nice for healing, but I kind of like to just let him be the absorber of all damage and then dish damage back. We're gonna have the tapestries attack us. I wanna try to get through this dungeon today. That might be a little ambitious, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Let's see. Maybe it's not too ambitious for us to do this. This is such a, guys, I love when these kind of sponsorship opportunities, obviously like this video is sponsored by Knights of Pen and Paper, but I love when I get the opportunity to do stuff like this, because this game has just been so much fun to play. Just on my downtime, chilling on the couch with the wife. Your item has been sent to your stash because my inventory is full, so you get an automatic stash that you can pretty much store whatever you want there, which is great that it automatically gets sent there. You don't have to go back to town every time. On the wall of this chamber, you see a beautiful tapestry of Big Town in all of its glory. Surprisingly, you notice that the picture updates every 5 seconds. Okay. Let's see. In the corner of this otherwise empty room, you see a crude ladder. You decide to move to the next floor. Haha! Level 2. As you enter, you notice near the ceiling, there's a huge stony nose. All of a sudden, it sneezes mucus towards you. Oh gosh. So we have to roll? Oh man. So, we're gonna take some damage. Of course, the one person we want to be on low HP doesn't take any damage, which makes perfect sense. This dark and damp chamber is filled with barrels and casks. You search the room and find some gems. Haha. Redstones, sweet. Those are some nice equips. We could also craft with them. In the corner of the room, there are some decorated scimitars. As you approach, music starts blasting and the scimitars start a wild dance, slashing everyone in the party. Oh my gosh. Okay, our mage luckily makes it out unscathed. That's awesome. Further ahead, you see, at first glance, room seems to be empty, but it's not. You are attacked! Oh, and they're wounded from the scimitar. Great, they're gonna take damage every turn then if they low roll enough. Oh boy, okay. So normally, like I said, I want to go ahead. You guys can see, by the way, I didn't mention this, but I hope maybe you guys caught on to it. The numbers by each character in battle. The bat went first because he has a initiative of 1. Then the bandit in the back went second because he has initiative of 2. So that's the turn order essentially and what you're gonna attack in. There are items that can increase that. There are moves that can increase that, etc. I need to heal this man's up right now. But I also want to make sure I take out these goons as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and fireball the bandit in the back. I really don't want my mage to die, so we're gonna use lay hands and heal up our mage, which also heals up our paladin. It's kind of a bad thing for me because I don't want my paladin to be too healthy. I actually want him to get to low HP, so whenever he gets attacked, I've given him a high threat level, so whenever he gets attacked, he does damage back. Oh, and I should have just fireballed the bat. I can't use lay on hands when someone's ripped, so we actually have to restore them back to life. We have to revive them. Let's go ahead. You see a gap in the wall with something glimmering deep within. What do you do? Do we reach for it or leave it be? We're gonna reach for it. You found someone's secret gold stash. Nice, we're gonna need that. Because it costs gold to resurrect your character, so let's go ahead and resurrect you. Now that you're resurrected, we can go ahead and go to the menu, use some sort of restoration. We'll go ahead and eat this lettuce for now. That should be enough to hopefully get us through the first turn of combat, wherever it may be. You encounter a wooden troglodyte abandoned by its peers. It is of no threat to you. What do you do? We're gonna help him. The troglodyte flees as soon as its wounds are treated. It left behind some items. We got, ooh, 2 bombs, dude. That's actually great. We're gonna have to go to the stash and grab those. This dungeon, I wanted to finish this dungeon in this video before we go ahead and show you guys a little bit of a breakdown about the classes, but we'll see. 4 crude chairs are arranged in a circle in the center of the room. At the center is a fire pit and a group of monsters roast pieces of meat on it. The monsters spot you and attack. All right, luckily it's only 2 guys. They're going first. Don't hit my mage. Okay, good, you did not hit my mage. Let's go ahead and swing at the bandit here. You're gonna swing at the paladin, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use lay hands on our mage again because I don't want our mage going down. Unfortunately, we have to wait for our energy to recover on our mage before we can use fireball again, but I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna go for the bandit, take him out, nice. And I'm just gonna start swinging at this bat. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We got XP, we found a horseshoe. Item sent to the stash, okay, okay. Let's check out this corner. The room features an alcove with magnificent treasure chests. The setup looks almost too good to be true. What do you do? Too good to be true, I'm gonna leave it be. You move forward, nothing happens. Oh, I should have grabbed it maybe. Maybe I should have grabbed it. You enter into a lavishly furnished end boss room. Its inhabitants notice you and attack. So this should be the end of the dungeon. Oh boy, this does not look good though. We're gonna try to do 110 damage to as many enemies as possible. Bro, that boss has so much HP! I think I'm actually just gonna swing at the boss, see how much damage we can do. Only 50? Oh no, our mage! Don't take my mage out. No, 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 no! Bruh, bruh, bruh. Oh no, I'm sad. Should I try to run? If I run, I just have to leave the dungeon. If I run, I have to leave the dungeon. You know what, we're going down swinging. Oh, this is gonna cost me some gold, dude. This will be a good lesson. This will be a good lesson for you guys. So look at this. Now my paladin, when he gets attacked, he does damage back. So that was always the goal to get there. He's basically one-shotting people. Look at this. Every time they attack him, he's one-shotting them. We might be able to do this. Bro, we might be able to do this. Okay, okay. Let's be strategic here. Let's go ahead and, let's just kill this bat. take him out, so it's one less attack. Come on, attack him. Okay, you're not gonna attack him. Do I have anything to just restore energy? I don't. Okay, that would have been great. Let's try to take this bat out, I guess. No! No! You have fallen in battle and your adventures have come to a halt. However, it's possible to resurrect your characters and resume your quest. So that's what I was saying, guys. Dungeons are tough. Oh, so I can go ahead and resurrect, but I don't have enough gold. And this is kind of what I wanted to happen, because this happened to me a couple times. I don't have enough gold here. Now, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna leave the dungeon straight up and make our way back to town. Go back to the previous floor. Here we go. We're going back to the previous floor, and let's get back to town. So we gotta head all the way back to the stairs. Oh, this is cool, because then the next time we come in here, it's gonna be different floors, different layout. The stairs are not always in the same place, so you can't just like, dungeons matter. Essentially, they mean a lot when you go ahead and attempt them. So now we're back in the regular town. So you can see we barely have any HP, we barely have any gold. But in this town, you can also fight things. And these guys are so weak that you're guaranteed to take them out. You can see my energy is already restoring for my mage. It's great. And now that we're back in town, the first thing you should actually do is go to the inn. So this ever happens to you, now we need how much gold? We need 650. So I could go ahead and add 5 of these. And literally, this is one of the reasons why I love Fireball. Fireball is gonna burn all of them because it burns adjacent enemies, and it pretty much killed the other one. Now we'll go ahead and take out another treasure, a little monster. I call them treasure bags because they look like little bags. We're gonna see, one monster was able to roll away from their burn, but look, we're able to do it very easily, and we're gonna get about 50 gold. So you have to do this a couple times to go ahead and resurrect your character. Does not take long at all. What I want to do now, though, I'm gonna have to do this later on my own time as I continue playing, is I want to jump into a new save file and kind of go down the different classes you start out with. So I don't actually have to go into a new save file in order to talk to you guys about the different classes in the game. You guys can see there's 5 chairs here, but I only have 3 characters. In fact, at the start of this game, you're only going to start out with 2 characters. But if you click a chair, you can go ahead and actually design and choose your own new character specifically. When I say design, I mean you choose the type of character, the race, and the class. Now, each thing affects each character trait, or I should say each trait affects the character overall differently. You guys can see if you click on the red dice that's shown here, this is body. Strength and endurance contributes to damage, threat, health, energy, and attribute rolls. Senses is the green dice. Perception and reflexes contributes to critical, initiative, and attribute rolls. And then we have mind, intellect, and willpower contributes to energy, health, and attribute rolls. So when you look at the races in the middle, you'll see if you're gonna make someone that's gonna be strong in mind, like a wizard, you're gonna want to go ahead and, or a cleric, I should say, you're gonna want to go ahead and potentially use a human because you're gonna get a bonus in that. Or if you want to be a more balanced person, you can go with something else, such as senses, and balance it out. But there's tons of different unlockable character traits. I actually unlocked the, where is it? I unlocked the ninja, did I not? I unlocked the ninja class, which is gonna be my next character once I can grind up enough gold and I feel comfortable spending 5,600 on a new character, but he has really cool abilities. He has black arts, add wound 20 to all of your critical hits, which is great. So he's gonna be a very critical character. Vanish, threat -1 and critical +2% until you take damage. Automatically activates at the beginning of each battle. So right in the beginning, bam, +2% in crit. Shadow Chain, attack any target 3 times with 44% damage, can target back row. And then Smoke Bomb, deal 30 damage, your target and adjacent enemies are inflicted with stun. Resistance is -1, can target back row. So he can sneak behind enemy lines because normally with like melee attacks, you need to clear out the front row first. You don't have to do that with the ninja apparently, and you don't have to do that with the cleric either with its spells. Actually, I'm sorry, not the cleric. That's not who I used. Who did I use? What the hashtag? Hold on one second. Mage. Oh, because you can't have more than one. Got it. I was wondering where mage was, where like the wizard mage class was, and the truth is you can't have more than one. So you have to mix up your party, which is cool. So we don't have a warrior yet. We can make a warrior. She looks kind of ridiculous. Cheerleader warrior. We have surfer. So it adds in a layer of humor. It doesn't take itself too seriously, the game, but it's so much fun. It's a good grind. I personally, like I said, I love mage. Fireball is such a good, I would always advise to anyone start with mage. You guys can see I'm with hipster human mage. I didn't keep it super balanced. I went with human so I'd have even more mind to give myself more energy, intellect, and willpower. So really, really, really like mage. I can't sell him enough. Once you figure out which classes you want to use for your playthrough of the game, Mage, you better use a Mage, you better level up Fireball. You can go ahead and click on the character, and on the bottom right, you're gonna see a treasure chest, and this is gonna be the equipment systems of the game. So throughout your adventure, whether it's from quests or monster drops, dungeons, whatever it may be, you're gonna go ahead and be able to pick up different types of equipment. Now for me and my mage, because I want him to level up as fast as possible, I have 2 diaries on here, which each give +3 experience. I also have a horseshoe, which gives +1 critical and +1 initiative. So you can equip all different kinds of things. I can actually equip these shields as well just by double tapping them. But you guys can see it's energy -5%. And since my mage loves energy, I don't really want to do this. However, I do have to say we did take a lot of damage in that dungeon. So maybe I will try this out and see how much 5% actually does affect me. But you can get all different types of equips. You can also obviously craft different things. We went over the craft systems earlier, but this is gonna be a screen you familiarize yourself with, because the different passive and active effects you can get from items are really gonna help you grind out quests, defeat monsters, and really enjoy Knights of Pen and Paper more. With that though, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to go ahead and leave it a like. And of course, if you leave a like and a comment on this video, you'll automatically be entered to win one of 2 $50 gift cards. It'll be to your choice of either the iOS store or Android. And of course, Knights of Pen and Paper, Paradox, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity to share a really cool game that's right up my alley with my community. Like I said, completely free. Go in the description now, down below, download this game for iOS or Android. I know you'll have a ton of fun with it. The humor's quirky, the combat system's great, the leveling up feels good, everything feels good, music's adorable. You gotta love it. Great game, please check it out. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hashtag out of here. Have yourselves a fantastic day, but above all else, keep it shady.